What's up, football heads? I am your host, Jerry Azumah, and you're listening to the brand new To The Points podcast, where I quickly break down primetime NFL matchups and give you some bets that I like. All right, guys, in the early window, we have the Miami Dolphins traveling to Buffalo, and currently, the Buffalo Bills are a 13.5-point home favorite. First off, it's good to see Damar Hamlin back at home and recovering well. I'm sure he'll be cheering his boys on. Now, the big news is that the Dolphins will be without Tua. And Tua is a big piece of this offense. He makes this whole thing work. He's going to be out with a concussion, so this will be a gigantic blow to their offense. There are several other Dolphins that are banged up as well. Let's see here. Starting offensive lineman, lead running back, couple of corners, safety, starting defensive end, to name a few. Ouch, ouch, ouch. That is a situation. So now it comes down to their rookie quarterback, Skylar Thompson. And he'll be asked to go to Buffalo and win a playoff game. That's going to be extremely interesting to watch. Now, leading up to this game, the fans have been stumbling. They've dropped 5 games straight before clinching a playoff berth last weekend by beating the Jets. I really like what head coach Mike McDaniels is doing with this team. They've overcome adversity, and they've been doing a fantastic job with that. So credit to the coaching staff for keeping these guys focused and prepared. Now, my guess is they will keep the ball out of Skylar's hands and try to hand that ball off and get the running game going as much as possible. No Raheem Monster, so he's going to be banged up. And also, their offensive line is banged up too, so it's going to make this thing extremely difficult. Now, they do have the Cheetah, and he is a threat to score anytime, anywhere on the football field. But you can trust that the Buffalo Bills will know, they will know where he's at every single second of this game. And the Dolphins, let me just tell you something. They're just against all odds right now for this football game. Let's get right to the points. This is a really tough spot for the Dolphins. The Bills have been on an emotional roller coaster, but they've stayed focused and well prepared. It's a lot of points, but I see the Bills easily covering. Oh, and put some change on D-Knox scoring an anytime touchdown. In the middle window, you have the G-Men traveling to the Dome in Minnesota. Currently, the Vikings are a 3-point favorite. Now, the last time these two teams faced each other, it took a 61-yard field goal from the Vikings on the very last play to win the game for them. Something tells me that this game will be similar. The big factor for this is because they match up well against each other. Now, the Giants, they rested some people in preparation for this game, and I think that they'll rely heavily on their running game, mainly by Saquon Barkley. He has to get going. And I can also see Daniel Jones get into the rushing mix too with quarterback keepers. Darius Slayton, I think that he'll get several targets. If Jones can get him the ball with intermediate routes, I think that he can be extremely dangerous this game. Now, credit to Daboll, the Giants head coach. He has his team believing in the process and playing with a lot of confidence. So kudos to them. Very prepared team. Now, the Vikings, they have insane weapons all over the place, starting with Dalvin Cook. Minnesota is good at rushing the ball, but they have to be consistent. If Cooks gets it going, then it opens up their whole offense, and then Justin Jefferson, he can go off. And I think it's very important to get Hockenson the ball. I think that he's going to get many targets, especially in the middle of the football field. Let's get right to the points. The Vikings have found ways to win very close games, and that's the sign of a champion. But the Giants, they are playing extremely well, and they get some key players back, especially in the defensive backfield. This game will be scrappy. I'm rolling with the G-Man to cover. Oh, and put some change on the under 48 total points. In the late window, the Baltimore Ravens travel to Cincinnati to play the Bengals. Currently, the Bengals are an 8.5-point favorite. The AFC North rivals know each other pretty well by now, and we get to see them go head-to-head for the 3rd time this year. As we all know, Lamar Jackson, he will not be playing this game, and that is a significant blow to this Baltimore's offense. It's still unclear as to who's going to be the quarterback, so we'll just have to wait and see. But let's be honest, when Jackson went down, so did this offense. It's been struggling to move the ball and score points. Mark Andrews has pretty much been their only offensive guy, and I see that continuing on this game. I think we also see a heavy dose of J.K. Dobbs to try to keep this game manageable. Defensively, the Ravens have elevated their play and established themselves as one of the best in the NFL. They've added Roquan Smith. Damn, I wish it was still a Bear. And this defense has been highly productive since then. Queen has really been balling out since Smith came, and they actually work really well in tandem together. Now the Bengals, they're at the top of their game, led by Joe Burrow, and they have offensive weapons all over the place. Higgins, Boyd, Chase, Hurst, Mixon. Any one of these players can be a problem, and they can go off at any time. What worries me is the right side of this offensive line. 2 backups will be starting at guard and tackle, and the Ravens are fully aware of that. You can trust that they are going to bring pressure with bad intentions early and often. So it's going to be up to Burrow to get rid of that ball, or it's going to be some trouble. Let's get right to the points. Baltimore's defense will make this game interesting, especially if they can create some takeaways. But offensively, I don't see how they can be productive. I think Cincinnati controls this game and covers the spread. Oh, and put some change on Dobbs over 61.5 rushing yards. Okay, football heads, this has been To The Points. Hit that subscribe button and make sure you follow me at Jerry Azumah on Twitter. Until next time.